I was talking with my bro Blue Pill, and we was talking about how we may have ascended to certain levels, right? And our thinking, right? The reason that we see things from perspective is dimension. So when you see things from a different perspective, you're literally seeing into a different dimension, right? So when I look at anything, I see multiple dimensions. I never look at anything from one dimensional, right? I am a multi-dimensional being. So a lot of people, they can't understand that because they may be one dimensional, right? You got one thing that you do, one thing that you master, one thing that you focus, one thing that you're under, that you think you are, whatever. That's fine. But I'm multi-dimensional. And so in order for to be appreciated, you have to make the people that are under you, around you, on the side of you, multidimensional as well, so that they can see the perspectives and things that you see. Because a lot of people may appreciate my perspective, but they may not see it themselves. But I make people say, I never thought of that, right? Because I've been through so many dimensions of reality that I bring that back, and that's how I observe the world now. I can't just look at it. It's like, even with the Kanye West shirt, I'm not just looking at the back of the shirt, I'm looking at the front of the shirt. I'm looking at the person who wear it, the times is in, the different ways that people are taking it about. I can't look at things one dimensional. I don't have that default system. I'm always going to come from multidimensional, so I'm always explaining these multiple perspectives that I can see. So I see your perspective, I see this one, I see another one, I see people who challenge mine, I see all the perspectives. So it's dangerous to be one dimensional in the world. You understand me? Where new dimensions have now opened up. How do I know new dimensions have opened up? Because we can talk into screens. At first, we only had one dimension of communication, talking face to face to each other. Then we were able to send letters. We had another dimension. Now we're sending it over time and distance. That was a new dimension of communication. Now we have instant communication. Right? It's a new dimension. We're always advancing communication and dimension. Now I don't just talk to one people. You can talk to more than just crowds. You can talk to the world. It can be people from Africa to Brazil to Europe to Antarctica, Alaska. Everybody's tuning in from all different dimensions on this planet Earth. So once you realize that we've already become a global communication as a species, we've become a global communicating species on this planet Earth, but we act local. And so that's why we're not at that level to even understand where we at in reality, because we open up new dimensions, but we act in one dimensional. The moment you start putting your thoughts on social media, you're putting it on a global platform. You may feel local. You feel like all this shit you're doing is local, but you put it on a global platform. So now things have changed. So you may be operating, well, how do I sell to people in my vicinity? Why? You're selling it to the world now. The World Wide Web, right? That's what they call the internet, the World Wide Web, the WWW. We forget about that. Human beings. And so certain thinkers said, oh, I get it. So that's when you get huge companies like Amazon and Apple, because they didn't create visions for local economies, states, cities, countries. They created it for the world. They created visions for the world because they were going to be using a tool that is for the world. So as entrepreneurs, as business people, as, human beings, we have to open up our minds to become more wide and more expansive. And you're going to find, because let's say that 2% of your sales is coming from Africa, 3% coming from Norway, Denmark, right? Another 1% coming from Brazil. Well, if you want to increase areas within your business, then you would change your marketing so that you can capitalize on markets, you understand me, that you underserving, but you also getting attention from. So Canada, UK, we headed to the UK at the end of this month to go speak at the Royal Albert Hall, the most prestigious goddamn hall that they have in London. So somebody say shipping is crazy. International mindset comes in. Well, how about you have a center in all of these different places? Well, they said, man, that sounds like a lot. You can reach out to an entrepreneur and ask them if you can use their living room and they can ship for you. Now you're getting local prices. Business problems, business solutions. It's all the same. Every problem has a solution. It's just you have to be able to see the other dimension of that thought. Every thought has multiple dimensions. The moment that you bring in a problem, there is an opposite to that problem, which is called the solution. But it requires you to be multidimensional. Otherwise, you're looking at it from one dimension. So operating from one dimension will have you so stuck on the problem that you never flip over the coin to see the solution. Become solution-based and things change.